Hello, I am back with a post-surgery update. I said I would do one after a few months, and here we are a year later. A few reasons for this: being super busy, the recovery took longer than I expected in terms of seeing real big results, and I wanted the update to give an accurate view of what the recovery period was like. So actually the recovery from surgery to, pre-surgery, just like being able to do stuff, being able to do my usual routine didn't take that long. It was like a couple of months back to where I was feeling. And I did have an improvement immediately because I had an improvement in my pelvic pain immediately, and I had an improvement in my abdominal pain immediately. Pelvic pain because they had removed the endometriosis from the uterosacral ligament area, the posterior cul-de-sac and the lower back. Pelvic pain was almost immediately improved because I was having excruciating pelvic pain for a few days of the week around my menstrual cycle, and then lighter bits of pelvic pain around that, and then even a few months after the surgery I was down to having pelvic discomfort maybe to one day, and it was not to the level that it was previously. My abdominal pain improved massively because my appendicitis was causing that, and with having the appendix removed, that was gone. The thing that did remain after my surgery was my back pain. So it has improved in the sense that when my pelvic pain kicked off, it would make my back pain a lot worse because they would feed into each other, this kind of inflammatory loop. And when I went to see the doctor at the post-op, he basically said, well, you've had all of the benefits of the surgery. The major benefits will be noticeable now, however many weeks after the surgery. So your back pain might be due to something else. It might be chronic, it might be long-term, it might be a completely different condition. So go and get that checked out, which was very disheartening at the time because I'd gone back to having, like, my back pain had improved during the day, but it was really bad at night again, which was what it was like back in like 2018 and 2019 and 2020, that kind of period before it became constant. It would flare up at night and make it difficult for me to sleep, basically. So it would wake me up. I wouldn't be able to lie in bed because I was in so much discomfort, and changing position didn't help it. So it gone back to that. So I did go back to the doctors for that, but they basically just said, just from you being in pain every single day for like 4 years or something, not 5 years because my pain wasn't every day until 2020 or so. So for 2 years or 3 years being in constant pain has created sensitization. And so a lot of the last year has been about working through that, finding techniques to help with that, and accepting the fact that, even if I push for more scans and things, they might not necessarily find anything. So I've been doing Curable, which is a chronic pain app, which is designed to help you change up some... Oh, here comes the cat. Vincent. Here is Vincent. He is my cat. He is very grumpy. And even though it is only 10:30 in the morning and he doesn't get his lunch until 1 o'clock, he is currently whinging for his lunch. So that is why. Oh. So, yeah, I'm doing Curable. It is about helping with chronic pain, because part of the issues with chronic pain come not only from physiological issues once you've resolved those, like I've had my endometriosis removed, but even with the physiological cause of the pain gone or, treated, pain can still persist because your nervous system has become trained and overactive in regards to pain signals. So curable is really about working on the psychological and the mind and nervous system part of pain that allows it to persist. So I've been working on that, lots of interesting techniques. The ones that I found most helpful have been changing my mindset around catastrophizing pain and getting very emotionally invested in pain. So an example would be if my back pain flared up, panicking that it's going to stay like that forever and that it's not going to get any better and that it's going to get worse and worse and I'm going to be even more disabled or not able to do this or not able to do that. And this panic response doesn't help you calm your nervous system down and help your body to understand that even if a stimulation or a feeling in the body is uncomfortable or painful, it doesn't mean that it's dangerous and it doesn't mean that you're actually going to have permanent damage from it. So because there's no signs of any nerve damage or any damage to my my spine or anything like that, or the muscles around my spine, then this approach is safe for me because there isn't any physiological stimulus necessarily that's causing my chronic back pain now. It is contributed to by the sensitization of my nervous system on chronic pain. So learning that I am safe to do things, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. One of the things that I got really scared of doing was housework, because housework still causes flare-ups in my back pain. So I've slowly started reintroducing that, things like hoovering or sorting out laundry, things where I need to bend forward and up a lot, cleaning the bath, stuff like that. I started reintroducing, and then back bends. So, arching the back, I'm slowly reintroducing that, not through pole because I don't feel like I've got the control to do it upside down and unsupported yet. Every time I've tried, it's set off, a back pain flare up, and I don't want to injure myself because I have a competition coming up. So I've been going to yoga the last few weeks on a Sunday, and she does back bends and side back bends and things like that. So I'm able to slowly and in a controlled manner, using the support of the floor and of my hands and things, to very gently introduce back bends. So yeah, and there's other things, driving long distances became really scary for me because they would set off back pain and migraines. I'd just done my first day where I did 6 hours of driving in one day and I survived. My back was very tight, but the next day I went to yoga and that helped it out a lot. And then other things like going to events. I've started going back to pole events to watch, which used to set off my migraines really badly, and little things like that. So yeah, slowly testing myself. What else have I been up to? Yeah, I've done one competition, which went really well. My shoe fell off, but I feel like it was like destiny for my first competition back after 5 years to just like be funny and just reminding me not to take myself too seriously. And all of my students were really, really proud of me for getting through my routine with one shoe. And it makes me a bit emotional because it just shows me how much I've grown the last 5 years since I last competed. And it's shown me how much I've grown in self-confidence and in my belief in myself. And I'm not bullshitting anyone when I say that it doesn't matter if you don't win. It doesn't matter if you get up there and something goes wrong. You've tried and you've tested yourself and you've pushed yourself beyond your previous limits and shown yourself what you're capable of. I am not bullshitting when I say that. I genuinely mean it. And so for me, I feel like it was so perfect because my shoe came off when I was performing and I had to finish my routine with one shoe on, that every single student there who I've had to give that pep talk to, who have had to say, you know what, it doesn't matter what happens on that stage because we're really proud of you, no matter if you fall down or no matter if you don't get that trick, and you've done amazing. They know that that is like what I really mean, because I was up on that stage and my shoe came off and I completed the routine and I laughed about it, and I wasn't upset at all. I was just like, this is the funniest thing, because you know what? Like, my shoe coming off in a competition is fucking nothing compared to being disabled, going through a health condition, my business being closed down at the same time as me being disabled due to COVID. Like, I've had so much more shit happen that my shoe coming off in a competition is like nothing. Like, it's funny. It's a great anecdote. And that's what I was thinking when I was on stage. I was like, this is so funny because I can just, like, it's just hilarious. Like, I just like know that my students are going to be so proud of me if I finish this routine. And so I finished it. I can't remember what segued into that. But yeah, my first competition, I really set myself the goal of signing up for that right after my surgery. The sign up came up and I was like, you know what, I'm going to register for it because it'll give me something to work towards. It's me committing to my recovery after surgery and believing that I'm going to be better after my surgery. And I was able to do like a 3-minute routine. It was not too high energy. But I managed to get tricks in there and things like that, and the training process was really valuable. I had the usual things where with competitions I really overthink my choreography and I end up feeling like a creative rut. And the thing that's really surprised me is I entered a sexy competition, like a one that isn't heels. And it's been a totally different experience in terms of choreographing, because I've done like a kind of musical theatre, contemporary kind of piece, and it's just been so much fun. I haven't once questioned my choreography or if it was good enough or if it was ticking the boxes right or anything like that. I've just let myself really enjoy the process, and my strength has been so much better. My stamina has really... I'm back. So yeah, my stamina's really improved. Just, yeah, I've seen so many physical, mental benefits after the surgery. And I'm really, 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 really happy that I did it. Totally don't regret doing the surgery at all. I'm just happy that I got it done when I did, and that naughty, and that I didn't leave things longer, because my appendix could have burst and things like that, and could have had serious health complications. So yeah, the last year has been amazing and stressful, and all sorts of things. I've rejoined the gym. I'm getting more active again. I still have pain every day and I still have other symptoms. I still get migraines sometimes, but everything's pretty well managed. And I want to give a shout out as well to Spin City, because I signed up for an intermediate course, instructor training course, before my health really took a downturn. And they've given me, this was just around COVID time or just before COVID. I signed up for a course and I wasn't too bad then. Like, I had migraines, but and I had a bit of back pain, but it wasn't all the time. But they've given me, extensions with COVID and then with my surgery. And now that I have a better idea of what my capabilities are and what my recovery has looked like, they've given me some accessible like adaptations for my final training, like exam and all of that. So I just wanted to say Spin City have been really, really good with me, inclusive in terms of my disability and being understanding of the fact that this wasn't a straightforward situation. So I'm really excited to get that done before December. So that's kind of my things for the end of the year. I've got BIPIC, which is the British Pole Instructor Championships at 30th of September. And then I have to get my instructor training completed and done before December. So yeah, I have instructor training, by the way. I like to do extra stuff. So this was my extra thing, but it's just taken a lot longer than I expected. And then once that's done, I can move on to other stuff. I managed to finish all my flexibility stuff with them earlier on. It was just the pole training because some of the tricks in the level weren't accessible to me, and I was trying to train them, but I wasn't able to do it consistently. And with my back pain, some of the moves just aren't accessible for me right now. And that's very annoying, but it is what it is. And I've done the moves previously. I know I can teach them. I know I can teach them very safely. I know that I can instruct my students safely, and that's all that matters. So yeah, I'm excited to complete it. I think that I might get some additional progress with my back pain now that I've started yoga. I've also started weightlifting, so like upper body weights, and I've done that based on the program in the pole conditioning book by, I think it's the Pole PT. It's strength and conditioning for pole, and it's really, really good. She's also got a video library associated with it, but I've done it based on the book content. Come up with a program for myself because I keep getting my shoulders injured, but my back pain flares up. It means that I end up using my muscles incorrectly. So I've started a weight training program to avoid and improve injuries in my shoulders and my neck, and I think that's going to help, and I think yoga is going to help with my back. And I'm just generally at that point now where I've got the energy and the strength and the ability to actually put in more management, because I think this is what people don't understand about disability is like, oh well, if you're ill and you're disabled, then why don't you just do more of these things that are going to help you? But you literally do not have the energy, the strength, the capacity, the emotional energy, the mental energy to do the things. You would just, I would have just fallen apart if I'd started going to yoga 2 years ago, or trying to go to the gym 2 years ago. I could barely pole. I could barely teach. I could barely do the bare minimum. I couldn't do housework, let alone go to the gym. So it's all well and good telling people who have these illnesses to just, start some of these things. But you have to have a base level ability, strength, energy in order to start the things that are going to make you feel better, which is one of the catch-22s. It's one of the, I don't know if catch-22 is the right term. It's one of the ironies of having a disability, that some of the things that will make you feel better, you actually are too unwell to do. And they would actually make you feel worse. But now I'm at that point now where I can do that. So this is my 1 year update, and things are good. The studio's doing really, really well. I think, I said in the last video, this whole thing has really taught me a lot about myself as a person. It's helped me learn some hard lessons that I needed to learn. It's been a big spiritual journey, 100%, and I don't think I would have got through it without my spirituality and without that side of things. So I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful for the whole experience, because it has taught me a lot, changed things.